Hi, this is Rody Walker from Protest the Hero, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'd like to welcome you to Interview with Rody from Protest the Hero. How are you?
I'm quite well. And yourself?
Great. Thank you for taking the time to have a chat.
Thank you for taking the time to having a chat with me.
It is my pleasure. So you're now touring across Canada. This is actually the final night of this massive tour that you've been on over the last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you enjoying your time?
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely ready for it to be finished, but it has been a wonderful time, especially because we've had two of the original members join us, and I believe this will be their last show with us probably ever.
Wow.
So it's a little sad.
A little bittersweet.
Yeah.
For actually in Toronto, this is the third night in Toronto.
Yes.
How does it feel to come to the city and actually know you can play 3 full nights to packed houses? Like, what's that feeling?
Well, that's great. I mean, the idea for us was like, hey, let's play smaller venues so we can look like we sold out like 3 venues 3 nights in a row. But, it is still really cool coming home and being able to see the people that have been with us for, 10 years plus. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting and cool.
And for the tour over the last month, does one city stand out as a favorite, whether just because of the crowd or the city or just something that you actually did in a particular moment?
Beyond Toronto, I'm going to exclude that because it's our home and it's, obviously a pretty good show for us every time. St. John's, Newfoundland, we played 2 shows out there and it was absolutely wonderful. There's no specific memories, but just the crowds and the booze and the good times.
And of course, the tour is in support of the 10th anniversary of Kazaya. And we have to obviously discuss this album because it really started your career. And you're also, as you mentioned, bringing along all of the original members on this run. So when you think back to creating that record 10 years ago, what's one of the first memories that comes to mind?
One of the first memories that comes to mind would be we had discussed doing a concept record, and at the time, the lyrics were being handled by RF and myself. And I remember Luke was saying, oh yeah, it's going to be a concept record. We want it to be about this, blah, blah, blah. And I started writing lyrics, and I sent them to him, and he was like, oh, actually, just so you know, I think RF's going to do all of this. I was like, oh no! How fucking embarrassing for me.
How much did you have done?
Not much. It was like a couple
Okay.
stanzas.
Yeah. And are there any songs in particular taken from the album you enjoyed playing the most? Because you're playing it from front to back on this tour.
The song She Who Mars the Skin of Gods is a song that we have not played probably since we did this run 10 years ago. So I'm really enjoying getting to play that and sing that song again.
Nice. And you're at these shows and you're speaking to fans, whether before or after the gigs. Is anyone kind of reminiscing about when they first bought the album? Have you heard any cool fan stories?
Oh, yeah. Particularly at the Allages shows, it's kind of weird because, we did it through November, so these children with, ghosts.
They'd be like 10 when the album came out.
They're coming up and they have, a ghost of a mustache on their face, and they're like, oh, I remember 10 years ago when I bought this record, and it's like, how fucking old were you? But it's interesting to see, that some of the people that bought it are our age and older, and a lot of them are really still quite young. It's making me feel like an old bag of shit.
And then you're going back to Japan. This is your first time going back in 8 years.
Yeah.
Why such a long time for your return?
I have a theory on that. When we went initially in 2006, we were young and we were energetic, and when we started playing, we would kind of throw our bodies all over the stage and not really care what happened to us in that scenario. We also didn't perform the music very well, but when we came back in 2008, that had all stopped. It was just kind of stand and deliver and play the music as accurately as possible. And after our set, apparently the message boards in Japan lit up, and they were all asking the one question, which was, what happened?
Really?
And I don't think they were very thrilled with our performance. But it's been long enough that I think they forget how boring we are on stage, to the point where a young lady from Japan has actually come to all 3 of these shows. She flew out just for this. So we're hoping that it'll be a positive experience.
Yeah. Is there going to be, I guess, a little more body throwing at that comeback show? Or
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just for nostalgia's sake, we might do it just so they invite us back actually more than once in every 8 years.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be a fun return.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. So on the music front, you're releasing a new EP called Pacific Myth, and it's a really neat way of releasing it. There's been a lot of buzz about it. For 6 months, on the 15th of every month, you're going to be sharing a song from the EP via BandCamp. BandCamp is just such an incredible source to not just discover new music, but obviously release it. Why did you decide to go with that specific medium?
We'd researched a bunch of others that were capable of doing the same thing. And while we were actually gearing up to release it with a specific one of them, BandCamp released that they are doing this subscription-based thing now. And we were like, oh.
It's great timing.
That's incredible timing. They were really understanding about what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it, and they were willing to take a lesser percentage. So the decision was easy.
Nice. And I actually haven't found the answer to this anywhere. So when it comes to the title, what's the significance of Pacific Myth to you?
Well, it's a concept-based EP based on the monomyth and the Pacific Ocean being the largest. It sort of represents the unconscious collective, but it's like the big bubble in the sky that we all kind of pull stupid ideas from, and they're all the same idea. So it's basically just saying there is no original idea.
Okay. And for the 2 songs you've released so far, for October and November on the 15th, there's a lion on one cover, and then this very ferocious-looking shark on the other one.
Yeah.
The animals, is there a reason for that per cover? I'm assuming you're going to finish that for the next 4, having creatures. Maybe.
I mean, the truth is we just found those online, and they were for sale, and we were like, these are cool looking.
Okay.
And we just bought them.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, if you were going to be an animal on the cover of a Protest the Hero record, which animal would you be, and why do you think that?
I'd probably be a slow loris. Like they have those big eyes, and there's that video of them going, and everyone thinks they're so cute, but they're actually quite poisonous.
Okay.
I think that's interesting about them is that they're like, everyone thinks they're this cute little weird animal, but they could kill you.
Little did you all know.
Maybe not kill you, but make you uncomfortable for a while.
Okay.
And that's me in my heart. I make people uncomfortable.
All right. I haven't felt that yet, but I'll keep an eye out for the next couple of questions.
All right.
All right. Well, just going back to the fact that BandCamp's a great medium to discover new music. Do you use that as a medium yourself to find new bands, or?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I've been using it for quite some time. Not incredibly regularly, but one notable band that I can think of that I first heard on BandCamp was Intervals. And I think what they have done over the years, or really he has done, he being Aaron, is really significant to the changing climate of the industry. I think he's shown that you can have a successful career in the music industry while still maintaining independence. And I think that's really an important lesson for a lot of the up-and-coming bands to learn, that you don't have to sign your soul away to a label, you don't have to sign to agencies and managements and all that stuff and keep giving away percentages, because we live in a digital age and distribution is so much easier than it's ever been. So, yeah, I think Intervals is an incredible example of a band that's doing everything right.
That's a really good piece of advice, too, because so many of our readers are actually in up-and-coming bands.
Yeah.
So for those viewing, keep that in mind. For yourself, then, over the last 10 years, is there anything that you've learned that was a really great lesson, or something you reflect back on where you're like, maybe I should have told myself that, going back, I would fix that?
Probably the lesson of trusting no one. It's something they always say when you go into the music industry. It's like, I don't trust anyone. Everyone's kind of out for your blood. And it is the truth. But, you find these 1 or 2 people that you gravitate towards, and you're like, no, he's okay, she's okay, we can trust this person. They're just wearing the skin of a greasy label person. But don't trust them. Don't trust them, because if they're wearing the skin, they're also wearing the insides. You are what you eat, and these people are eating assholes.
That might be the best quote I have come across. Yes, great words. And to wrap everything up today, for your fans, just who have stuck with you through the years, and for all the new ones who are coming along the ride, anything you want to say to them all who'll be viewing the interview?
I mean, we thank them for sticking it out and putting up with all our bullshit over the years. And And, we really just can't express how appreciative we are for everything they've done when it comes to, the new subscription service or the Indiegogo, or even just stealing our music and coming to shows and buying a T-shirt. That's what keeps us going, and that's what, will continue to keep us going long past a time where we should have quit.
Absolutely. Just thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Alicia.
Really nice speaking with you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shake your hand like the Queen or something
No,
like that.
no, it's all right. You want to retry?
Yes, please.
And remember, everyone, if you're in, you can visit us at amusicblog.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. See you next time.